In diarrhea of my hairline, my barber give me mad emphasis. Imagine every line's like the youngest child of mine, and I am from the do-rag era, rocking 360 waves. Chicks used to say I look like Nas with a fade. Back in my younger days, I used to hit canary cuts, catch a room, and sit under the blades, cause I was in the Hunger Games. Fresh cuts to get you laid, clean like Listerine. I had them bra chasing, sausage hard, Jimmy Dean. The kids call me sir, they don't even know I rap, cause I'm in fresh kicks and white tee and a magic cap. It's a midlife crisis that I still get a cut. Is it my hair or my youth that I can't give up? Yeah.
We used to play out in the rain. Your mom was still with us. She said that we were bad. I thought I'd better go alone. Who wants to lie to go? Who girl you used to say?
Early in the morning, and when I see my face, I shampoo my beard and notice a couple grays. Is the fast life catching me, or am I getting old? Sometimes I feel like my flesh is now speaking to my soul. I understand my purpose, and as long as the earth twists, I'm here to tell the truth till I'm underneath the surface on whatever medium. The antithesis of skinny jeans, shirt just medium. A1 about as real as they come. Can't even shop, they blog a hog, they on that hype shit. The masses touch the streets, don't trust it, that's some life shit. I'm on the bigger things.com, it's stressing me. The industry is full of Sunny Digital.
Got the club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the color she Tuesday. Club going up on a Tuesday.
Yo, welcome to WLVS Radio. You're tuned into the open bar
On a Tuesday.
Salute.
Salute, salute, salute. Yo, my skin looking real moisturized today. Hey.
You feeling yourself?
I'm feeling myself. I went to like the gym before I got here.
Was that
So I got like all
you
the
used or something?
No, this new thing that I saw on the internet, and all men should try this, especially if you like in our older ages, over 40, because that's when our skin started to look really dry.
Okay.
Olive oil, people. Extra virgin olive oil. That's all you need.
Really?
It makes you look like you got a tan all day long.
How do you? So you have virgin olive oil. How do you have non-virgin olive?
No, extra.
No, he said extra virgin.
I know. How can you be extra virgin?
If it's already virgin?
Yeah, it was already virgin.
Yeah, but that's a good question. What's extra virgin?
That's what the bottle said.
Well, no, it's not he's asking a philosophical question. I mean, it's not your fault. You're right.
Oh, okay.
And he doesn't know the answer, so
Because I was lost. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But anyway, olive oil is the best thing for the skin.
Some of this girl I met, she tried to act she was extra virgin.
She was extra virgin. That Jay was tight, baby. It was. Let me forgive me. Mama Joyce is listening, but she said that last time. I said something really bad about.
She called you on it.
She called me on it. She told me about it. I'm not even gonna repeat that. You know what I'm saying? But what's today's date, Dave?
some of them are extra diet, though.
Extra date.
This is true.
Yo, I heard the funniest daggone joke today. This chick said that I wanted to. Well, I don't know if it's a chick. Let me just say that the saying said I wanted to get my girl pregnant, but my penis came from China. You get it?
Strap on.
Yeah. And it said in parentheses the life of a lesbian.
Okay.
And that was
to get her
hot.
pregnant.
I did see another one. Say I saw this stud in the line buying condoms, and so,
That's funny right there.
and somebody told him, so, "Why don't you just go ahead and get you some plastic bags and just have a good day? Stop spending all that money on
You
condoms."
wasted money on that.
Wow.
For sure.
Yo, today is what?
Today,
the
4/2.
4/2.
4/2. Today is Marvin Gaye's 80th birthday.
Shout out to Marvin.
Would have been. Shout out to
Would have
Marvin
been,
Gaye.
yeah.
Well, it's
Marvin
still
Gaye.
his birthday, regardless. You know,
But he would have been 80.
he would have been 80.
Right.
Yeah.
It's still his birthday.
So yeah, well, Marvin Gaye is a DC native, so we definitely excited about
I
that.
know, man.
He grew up in my hood, 58 East Capitol Street.
But it's interesting though that a lot of artists, man, that go away from DC and blow up, they almost feel like they're not from here, even though this is, what birthed them, you know.
Taraji claim it.
Well, they claim it, but they ain't coming back here.
Well, no doubt. And that's understandable because this is the politics, you know. Town. This ain't Hollywood, you know.
Yeah, this is not Hollywood. This is
not where
not
stars
where
are
you're
made.
Go. So, I mean, and it's not a place you really want to retire at either. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So it's somewhere when you're
shout out to all the retirees listening to us.
you're young and vibrant. You may be wanting to be here, or you're into politics or something.
The energy,
or government worker status. You know, something of that. You'll be here, but other than that,
well, that's the only reason Chocolate City is half still chocolate because we love getting government jobs.
Good government job.
I don't know why though. I think it's played out like what it used to be back in the day. It's not the same anymore, right?
Well, that's because the stipulations to get those jobs become a lot harder.
Now, no. But what I'm saying is that if you got a good government job back in the day, it gave you a certain a certain pay bracket.
But the pay bracket,
you got a certain kind of respect. I'm saying, but those perks are not there anymore. You work for government.
The pay bracket is not there. You can go get a much higher paying job in the private sector.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you used to be more well off if you had a government job, more secure. But nowadays, you can hustle your own self.
People still want it, but people still want.
You get a government job and be good.
You had the health benefits. It was just a better situation.
You got to have your master's degree and everything to be like a 12.
Yeah, but see, the thing about it is, people still want that security of a government job.
Well, that's my point. My point is that what it used to mean, it don't mean the same. So when you got it back in the day, that was a nice move. You know what I'm saying? But now you can hustle and get your own bread so many different ways, and people
you can make way
with doing less, right?
Especially since weed is legal. So
and now the clearances, when they do clearances, they really go into
to get them government clearance. Even for contractors, they really go into it.
They go all up in you.
They go back and they check in. They want to check all your friends out and everything.
Everything transaction you did, what you bought.
Now you got some friends that you close with that is kind of skeptical. You do not put them down when you.
That's why I don't know why Big Country put me down.
That's why Chitty don't hang around us now.
But
keep us clearance.
Country's people came to my job. I was like, what I do?
Really?
They interviewed me, so I guess I made the choice.
I don't know,
but anyway,
he ain't still got that clearance.
Right. Yo, I am loving it before we drunk. Our good conversation. Pastor's always sober. Before we get tips, we have a hot show today. We got some special guests in the building.
Yes, we do.
They're gonna talk about
guesses. I ain't know. I thought it was
a special guest in the building.
Thank you. That's where we are. Where's the bell?
We got some ladies in the building gonna talk to us about their podcast, and we're gonna have an interesting discussion on beauty and the things that people go through to make themselves beautiful.
For sure.
We have a great conversation.
Yeah.
Sharice should be in the building.
That's a big industry. That's money all day.
Yeah, it's springtime.
I wish I had gotten into that or something. Like I don't know. Hair, makeup, or something like that.
I said that too. I said I should
as a straight guy. You know what I'm saying?
To be honest, right now I want to get into doing women's eyebrows. My friend did that.
Money all day.
And he makes $200 per person. I mean, put the eyelashes on the woman. He got paid like $200. He's straight. And
he doing the real deal, right?
I don't know how straight he is.
He does eyelashes. He does eyebrows.
And
he does the tattoo of the head. I mean, he does the hair piece for the dudes.
He puts in the pieces.
He is killing the game. His house is nice up in Upper Marlboro.
I believe it.
Killing the game. That's all he do. I don't know if he got health insurance though, but it's all good. but I'm just saying. But yeah, that's a good thing. Pastor, we can still do it. Let's go to class.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's
you still young. You're not even 40 yet. Come on, man.
You might be right.
You can still do it.
I wanted to do something.
I don't know if I have the patience now. I just want my money. I'm really ready to do the old guy thing, buy a nice expensive car with a 2-seater that nobody can fit in it.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I am, right? I'm like, the people always say, well, they always have these memes talking about, you take 10 million now, or you go back to when you were 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
Which one would you do? I'm taking the 10 million now. I don't give a fuck. I'm not probably gonna live that much longer. Just because I got the knowledge don't mean I'm gonna make more than 10 million.
And don't mean something ain't gonna happen, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
all that damn raw sex you having, yeah, you better
get out while the getting is good.
Right,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to Marty McFly this shit.
No, sir. I'm trying to kick back and chill.
Yeah, kick back. Jay, we started a little late, but we'll go to a quick break and we're gonna come right back with our drink of the day. And our guest is gonna join us on some hot topics. Give us a call at 202-656-1BAR. Salud.
Salud.
My P.O. think I'm in the house. Don't give a damn about what she
I just don't sleep.
got the club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut, she Tuesday. Club going up.
You
don't sleep?
I don't sleep much. I don't sleep.
Bad rhythm for rap is baptism, and it might save souls if masses had listen. Phonics on the track, the brass is in the pocket with the jazz and the hip hop mash. You can't knock it, you can't stop it if you try to. If it died, don't sleep, revive it so it thrives through. And as long as we alive too, this is Michelin star in the kitchen, no drive-through, death flow chefing it, A1 prepping it. Tips got a bottle on deck, most definite. Niggas can't question it, it's always raw. Like the sun gon' shine, we just always are. Like y'all can't see what we always saw. We was never up close, we was always far. Now we almost here, neither here nor there. And niggas fear no man, nor fear no fear. I got no fucks left to give. One dream, gun too big, can't tuck in my jeans. Everyday hustle, never touching a thing. And you wonder how I'm balancing weight with one beam. Ha. It's a mouse click. Southwest. Don't never doubt this. They ain't about shit. They call me the agent of change. Since I came in the game, I really came from slinging them things. Made about $1.50 an hour, spending on Jordans. The rest of my bread was for reading up and recording. Hotel rooms, copping fifths on the weekend. My classmates and baby pools are swimming in deep ends. When sharks see the gunfire spark from the barrel, like the cherry on the blunt to get designer apparel where they ante up. Yap that fool. Killer Mike type, better run them jewels. Spitting bars and luxury cars, hot boxing with dope boys, put money on my rhymes. So hot, then a foot in the booth and a foot on the block. Then wisdom of the streets, don't sleep is now my option. Death on the left and tiff on my right, and phonics on the beats is one hell of a night, huh?
What are you doing up? You've had a hard day.
Oh, I wish it were that easy. I don't sleep.
Ever?
It's really been a marathon, I'm tired. Filled with diluted nutrients, I'm on the spot. I can't help it, it's the way my mind's wired. I wonder why everybody turns to liars. Social celebrity is not longevity. You can't be mad at the youth, what weaponry you gave them for combat. The content enslaves them. You looking for Jesus, but you can really save them. And that shit is called each one, teach one. I stay woke, that's why they call us don't sleep, son. My whole life dedicated to enlightenment. Knowledge itself is the weapon that I'm fighting with. Because tough talk don't do shit. A loud mouth is how killers know you bitch, huh? Like money don't make you rich. It's a distraction, in fact, it might make you slip. Yeah, plug up the loop, chop the sand. When I teach savages, get dismantled. You better not sleep. The realest motherfucker. Knowledge reigns supreme. We don't sleep. Don't even doze on the knowledge. Wisdom, understanding is my ammo. Ain't no shame in our game. We do our things, son. Choose knowledge over ignorance. Choose life over death. Yeah. I bless the mic for the gods. Those who test eternal rest. Choose knowledge over ignorance. Choose life over death. Yeah. I bless the mic for the gods. Those who test eternal rest. Propaganda is what they throw. It ain't about privilege, it's about what you know. Black lives matter, hands up, don't shoot. What they saying when I take they loop, but keep launching. Anybody threaten mine will see darkness for eternity. That's why shit ain't concerning me. It's modernity with futuristic delivery. Open nostalgic beats, I write my own history. It's no mystery, it's so-called conspiracies. The middle fingers in your face, I see differently. Whatever the toilet, the shit still stinks to me. Whatever the race, the pussy still pink to me. I'm not a rapper, I'm an MC. My job is to move the crowd, as you can see. You identify with nations. My home is the earth, so I'm good anywhere on anybody's turf. Look up the loop, chop the sand. When I teach savages, get this man. You better not sleep. The realest motherfuckers. Knowledge reign supreme. We don't sleep. Don't even doze on knowledge. Wisdom, understanding is my ammo.
It ain't no shame in our game. We do our thing, son.
Choose knowledge over ignorance. Choose life over death. I bless the mic for the gods. Those who test eternal rest. Choose knowledge over ignorance. Choose life over death. I bless the mic for the gods. Those who test eternal rest.
You'll get some rest.
Please don't say that. I don't sleep. You know that. So you don't have to say, get some sleep.
Been thinking about that shit for like 6.5, 7 years. And I'm over that shit, man. Wrote them a time or two, a few that had me loving them. I took a day or two a week. I call it cuffing them. And nothing feed the ego more like people in your ear. And nothing settle people back like pride doing fear. Sunset on a pier. Appearing to affection and be laughing at my letters. That bitch he with irrelevant. He revel about her caddies than me relishing his presence. Assuming I'm the rest and I don't know what he be thinking. Be thinking that I'm stupid. My silence is a manuscript. I bet he caught in chicks and be amused because her panty drip. I fell for it too. I don't blame her. I ain't mad at her. I dream a little bigger. I guess that's how I had to work. I leave and I ain't bitter. Well, just a little. I piddle in my fantasies and damn it be the ones that you love the most and trust that be showing you the truth. When they lying, it's enough that I told them I refuse. Bright as the stars, dark as the sky. Things change, I don't wanna know why. I put my heart on my sleeve and my soul I believe. And for sure you deceive, so for sure I'ma leave. Bright as the stars, dark as the sky. Things change, I don't wanna know why. I put my heart on my sleeve and my soul I believe. And for sure you deceive, so for sure I'ma leave. And it's enough that I told him I refuse to be slaughtered for his feast of the lust. And his greed it'll cost him to lose what a lot of brothers kill in the street for. The PU is power, have him handing over billfolds, build slow. Act as if our minds are in tune. The fact of the matter, I was only loving you. He was so caught up in his life, I presume it was a catch-22. I had a situation, required a little time, a whole lot of patience. I'm thinking he's him, saw a whole lot of faces. I hold out and waited. I carry nickel plateds for the nights I was with him. I knew what I was facing. If you thought that I was faking, you're clearly mistaken. I was down for the cause like shells and Barack. My memory was faded from the barrels of Ciroc and the barrels of the Glock, fade pearls of the shock. Bright as the stars, dark as the sky. Things change, I don't wanna know why. I put my heart on my sleeve and my soul I believe. And for sure you deceive, so for sure I'ma leave. Bright as the stars, dark as the sky. Things change, I don't wanna know why. I put my heart on my sleeve and my soul I believed. And for sure you deceived, so for sure I'ma leave. And it wasn't really that he won a game and I lost. He was careless, I cared less about what he thought. The fond memories fade away in the dark. And years pass by, not a day at the park. Not a rose for my heart, a dove for my soul. Not a moment of the truth, now the truth will unfold. I hold no malice, I'm cool to the core. Cause I know that she ain't me and that he chose piss poor. The gift gives more. He'll see it if he don't. He'll spend years trying to find me again and he won't. His pride and his mind are a beast to be tamed. A leash and a chain, need be obtained. Remain optimistic, depicted a picture. Painted so perfect with embossed scripture. The gift to your soul, a present for your past. Even though you gave me hell, I wish you heaven, that's class. Bright as the stars, dark as the sky. Things change, I don't wanna know why. I put my heart on my...
Welcome.
Yo, welcome back to WLVS Radio. You tune into the open bar.
Salud.
Salud. Salud.
Hola.
Yo, I'm about to introduce that beautiful face in a second. But don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at WLVS Radio. There you can see all the wonderful shows that WLVS has to offer. Not only this great show, but there's so much other shows that we try to give. There's some stripper shows, some weed shows. You would love it, yo. Not only this show. But anyway, again, subscribe to WLVS Radio on YouTube. Dave is rocking. Are you rocking our paraphernalia? Dave is rocking our shirts. We also have hats and sweaters, all that good stuff. You can order these stuff online at openbartuesday@gmail.com. Part of the proceeds to benefit local charities. So go ahead and do that. Be the boss, be the cause, do your thing. Yo, welcome back. Salud, salud, salud.
Salud.
Yo, my favorite segment of the show is what? The drink of the day.
That's not your favorite segment, but you know, that's what you tell everybody the
We're
first
gonna get
half hour.
Let me just like detour. We're going to get ego in the game because
Drink of the day.
I don't mean to be vain, but why is my picture so dark? Y'all look lit.
You don't have no light.
Y'all got lights.
You have no light on you. That's kind of messed up.
Yeah, why am I in
And
darkness?
the producer, he on, you know, the producer don't want you all up in the video, you know.
Oh, he just like you. He put a what do you call it, a filter on you. So
All right, it works.
But anyway, I'll drink it today.
Does it really work? We probably need to
Flip one.
get
of
them
these.
light bright.
It's all good. All right, so this works.
So we're here sipping on the ginger mule made with our choice of whiskey. I mean, did I say it right? Is it mule or mole?
Mule. You said it right.
Sorry,
I don't know what you would call a mole. What's a mole?
Made with our choice of whiskey. I don't know what brand of whiskey it is, but it's definitely a smooth whiskey.
Canadian whiskey.
Canadian whiskey with sour mix and a splash of ginger beer. Definitely a good smooth drink.
I'm drinking water.
Salute.
And our beautiful guest, who's going to help us with hot topics, is we're going to talk about some beauty things that's going on too, concerns. Which because I don't want to say your government.
Call me
Tina.
what you usually call me.
Talia, it's like, no. Tina is in the building. How are you?
I'm great.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show,
Rashi,
Tina.
this was very impromptu. I called
Right,
Ron
it
at the
was.
last minute
It
and
said
we
she's
came
going to
through.
come. So
Yes.
and then she's the host of What's Your Podcast?
Our little podcast is called LT3 Fun Over 40. We're 4 friends and we're all over 40 years old and we just go out doing crazy, fun, happy things.
So
Having
why
fun
is
over
it called
40, huh?
LT3 and there's 4 of y'all?
Because one of our names begins with an L and the other 3 of our names begin with a T. So it's LT3.
Oh,
We have
okay.
our LT3 tattoos, all of us.
Oh, wow.
And we've been friends collectively for like 29 years.
Wow.
One of us is a grandmother, not me.
Sweet.
But yeah,
One of you guys are grandma.
she's not here tonight.
She's not
Grandma. She
here.
babysitting.
Grandma is
Grandma
fine.
can't get out tonight.
Shout out to Keisha.
Grandma is fine too. She got that season.
Yeah.
He saw her before.
Oh.
Oh, that's grandma. Oh, okay.
Fine.
Are y'all seen
All
her?
of them
Huh?
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Yeah, all these beautiful ladies in the house.
All these
tonight.
beautiful ladies are in the building. One of them is birthday today. Y'all gonna meet her. She gonna
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about her business. a
Birthday
little
girl.
later. Can't do that. Yo, definitely a great drink. Y'all
She
like the
said,
drink?
as long as you stone them dollars, she don't care. You can holler.
You stripping.
She ready for us too in them stockings over there.
Ew.
Oh, God.
Yo, y'all ready for some hot topics?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
What's
Right
going
for
on?
some hot topics. So, of course, the Image Awards was this past week.
That
Y'all
got
said
past me. I did see it happen and everything.
I seen parts of it.
I think I just saw that. Well, okay, go ahead.
Well, Amari.
That's all I saw.
I saw that.
Oh, I knew you was gonna bring this
Oh
up.
God, it was funny.
'Cause you let
Vice
Beyonce-
president of the Beehive
So
over
excuse me,
here.
I'm the
Not a
president of the
Beyonce
Beehive in PG County.
No,
The president of the
I don't have
Beehive in
nothing
PG
against her,
County.
but I'm more of a Tina Marie type person. Go ahead.
You know she's dead, but
I don't care. Don't do that, Ron. Don't do that, Ron. I'm about to tell Alexa to play Let Me Be Buckethead.
that's how I feel about Beyonce. When they talk bad about Beyonce, I'm telling you, I'd be like, hold up, we're gonna fight. I have to. I would say go to commercial.
But
Yeah.
I don't think he should have given her one kiss.
Well,
And it was on the
let's
cheek.
talk
I think
about
he
it.
was nervous.
His name was
When you're around a billion, you do things like that.
His name was Amari
Hardwick.
Hardwick.
Ghost on
Amari Hardwick
Power.
is Ghost on the show Power.
he's okay.
Now I watched the kiss like about 10 times. The first time I watched it, I was like, okay, it's not a big deal. But then he went back for the kiss on the mouth, and I was like, and her whole face looked so awkward. It was like, I know Jay-Z wanted to hit him.
I did see Jay-Z in the clip. I did see Jay-Z looking like, because he walked past him like, excuse me.
No, they actually took a picture before that.
He shook Jay-Z's hand first,
and they took a picture.
He went over to Beyonce, kissed her on her cheek.
He took a picture with Jay and everything.
And then he went over. He kissed Beyonce on her face. If you can find that video.
See, the problem is most people are seeing it from just him, like skipping over Jay-Z and going to Beyonce and kissing her, like he disrespected him.
What's his last name again?
Hardwick
kissing Beyonce. If you can find that video.
Okay, so listen, it could. Optically, it could be taken out of context.
It is
right?
taken out of context,
but it could be seen in different ways, right?
But you can see that.
But this is the thing that I think people have to realize is that because when he kissed her the first time, that was the greeting, right? Then he hugged her. He held her for a minute. I think he was talking to her because she said something in response to him. So he was saying something to her like, "You look beautiful," or "It's great seeing you again." You know what I'm saying? So he's like, no, you're good.
Type in Amari.
Ghost kissing Beyonce.
NAACP Award.
Yeah. So when he hugged her, he actually said something to her, and she responded back. So that's why he held her so long, and then kissing her at the end was kind of like they had a conversation.
Yeah, but she was already in the middle of a conversation with somebody else. I couldn't see who that was.
Well, maybe I didn't see that.
And see that, and I think that's why she had that look on her face.
No, I think the look was when he kissed her on her mouth.
And he held her so long.
He didn't kiss her.
He kissed her in the mouth. No, he didn't.
Y'all see this video? That man was kissed her in the mouth.
And then he kissed her right
he kissed her.
by the lip.
And this is the thing. I think the look on her
and
face.
He's married and she's married.
I think,
her husband was right there.
The look on her face was more so because she understood that optics really matter with her, right? Everything she does is scrutinized. So she realized he held her a little long with a hug, and he kissed her again, and she was aware of that.
Who, Beyonce?
Yeah, I don't think she's mad at him, but she understands how it's gonna look. Yeah, and once her
and she ain't want y'all little beehive bitches coming out acting like a bitch.
Yeah, they went in on him.
They gave him the business.
They went in on him, but the thing is that Beyonce would have played off a little better, but we all felt. And I'm speaking I'm the president of Beehive in PG County. We all felt that
somebody else will tell you different.
It was really good. Yeah.
Don't worry, we don't need it. But you guys look at it at your leisure.
Igor, we're gonna have to get rid of you, buddy. We're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to talk to management about this.
Exactly. Shout out to Igor.
Igor is doing this thing.
Shout out to Igor.
So anyway, that was, my salute moment, of course, goes to your man, Amari. He got a kiss from Beyonce.
He got two of them, nigga. What you saying?
But he also won an award, right?
He did one.
I think why he was nervous. You know what I'm saying? When you have $1 billion, like people like were saying, somebody had a meme up with Jay-Z with his shirt off, right, and a picture of Ghost with his shirt off. He says, which one would you want, right? And I comment, I said, when you got $1 billion, nobody don't give a fuck about what you look like. That's when you net worth $1 billion, not just
Jay would get chosen. Well, I don't know. The women love Omar Hardwick.
They love him, but they ain't gonna leave his ass.
If they're aware of the money, they definitely would pick Jay.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, Omari. Well, shout out. He's an alpha. I'm a sigma, but it's all good. I digress.
Can I bring up something else from the awards?
Go ahead.
Did you guys see where they told Chris Rock not to
talk about Jussie's mom?
Yeah.
He said you don't deserve the you. He said your name is Jesse.
Yeah, we taking the you out with the E. You Jesse.
He said, "What the hell was you thinking?
What the hell would you think?"
Let's see if Igor can find Chris Rock on the show.
No. No, we
don't worry, Igor. We good. Yeah. We'll
so Chris Rock hosted it. It was nice, huh?
No, he didn't host it.
He didn't host it. Okay,
but he came up. He said they told me I couldn't talk about Jussie. But what the fuck was you thinking? I was like,
No, he said, "What the hell was you thinking?"
He was cussing.
No, he did not cuss.
He said hell.
He said hell.
Yeah,
thank you. Well, Mama T. I know you listening right now. Smack him.
I don't curse.
And Jussie was nominated for an award, and he was supposedly supposed to be there, but he ended up not showing.
I don't blame him. Why the fuck you gonna show your face?
Because everybody would have been like you
Chicago
ruining all the energy.
You gonna lie about this shit too?
But the thing is, the man got acquitted. Everything was dropped.
No, he did not get acquitted.
No.
It don't matter.
The charges were dropped.
Hold on. In the black community, he did get acquitted.
He got acquitted.
They dropped the charges.
Look at
He dropped the charges, but he was not acquitted.
See, that's the crazy thing. When OJ, everybody know OJ did chopped up that poor white woman. You know what I'm saying? But when he got acquitted, everybody was like, "Yay! Why you ain't do that for little Justin?"
No,
because he's gay. That's what it was.
No,
I don't think it had anything to do with him being gay.
No. I think that the community felt betrayed because he lied.
Yeah,
that's what it is. I mean,
lied.
Why you lied? You lied when.
Well, he tried to say OJ lied too.
OJ lied too.
But
the glove didn't fit, so they had to acquit.
No, exactly.
OJ killed his attorney and everything. You know.
Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran died because OJ
and Rob Kardashian.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, them boys. Yeah.
I'm just joking. I just think that when we pick out fights, our battles. You know what I'm saying? And Justice should have been.
Well, the black community was behind them at first for the majority, but then when they thought he was lying, everybody fell off.
No, what I'm saying, when he first came out, the black community jumped to his defense, man.
Y'all heard
everyone did.
They supported him. No, they didn't.
Oprah speech. Steve Harvey said, "We behind you, brother, and we gonna find these people." And I'm just saying, my brother, I don't care if you gay, straight, but I got your back because that was some bullshit,
That's
man.
why people are upset with him because he lied over something that
Snoop Dogg did the whole video and everything.
Well, it wasn't just stupid. He lied on something that was very like personal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he used the rate, he used the color, he used the gay.
Yeah, he said make America great again.
Yeah,
he motherfucker getting Trump involved in this shit.
He did use the race.
So he played on everything that
Trump ain't had shit to do with. That's why Trump's
that we
back
really
out
suffer with. You know,
but the reason he lied because he wanted more attention or more clout. Because he felt like he was falling off.
But that's
as far
crazy,
as, like,
though.
The show.
But I want more attention too. But
you
I
know
ain't
what?
gonna lie.
I agree with the brother because, like, if you look at shows, all these other shows, like, let's talk about like these other sitcoms where people are making $250,000 episode, $1 million episode. This brother only making $10,000 an episode, and then.
Well, you go work for somebody else. Ain't nobody tell you to take that job.
Okay,
it's just
but
sad though.
But real quick, yo, let me tell you what's so funny though. The police, they was going so hard. They said that Jesse, I guess he thought that he
is Jesse in here. He is not Jesse.
Jesse.
It's Jesse. The U is gone out of his name.
Jesse.
You don't get the U.
You don't get the. You take the L.
They said that he tried to, like, he scouted out the place and thought he was doing it in front of a camera. So when the police got him and they had the noose off, they took him back. And he was like, "That camera has it right there." The footage, it didn't capture any of it.
No.
So didn't you know that was a prop from a movie?
Yeah, so I was like, man, it's really bad,
but
man.
You know what?
Really bad.
I've been in that situation before. I remember when I was little.
You lied about some shit.
Let me tell you, it's a funny story. When I was little, I had lost my bike. I told my mama that somebody stole it, and I said, and my mother went through for like hours looking for this dude that stole my bike.
You were lying.
And I was lying the whole time.
You let somebody borrow your bike.
And
you let the bully take your bike.
No, I don't know. No, like. I went to the store and I left the bike outside.
Your name is no longer Ron.
I told my mother that.
Your name is Run.
And so to this day,
you got a U in your name. Ain't no more O in that.
Your liquor is kicking in. I love it.
Right.
But look, so to this day, Mama Joyce didn't know that nobody actually. I found.
She know now.
Oh, okay. So look, we could talk about the dumbest lie you ever told. Like,
that was one
from a child.
Like,
I remember being probably in second grade. This is hard to admit, but I was in a class, like I was in this new school, right? First day of second grade, second or third grade, and I'm like so nervous that I copied off the girl next to me so bad of what she was doing. I wrote her name and everything on my paper.
Oh, you dumb as fuck.
That's not funny. Oh.
Hey, no. I actually.
Guys do
because you were nervous.
Yeah, because it was new school.
As a mom, I can see.
It was my first day there, and I was just copying. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I wasn't hearing no instructions.
The teacher
I was
laughed.
in my own head. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? You're a parent. You know God takes care of dummies and fools and babies. So you good. You were good. You went to heaven, man. You went to heaven.
Probably mine was probably elementary school as well. I have a couple of shit. Damn. I got a couple
like horrible lies, like a
horrible lies. Horrible lies.
Yeah, horrible lie, right?
Horrible lies. One
is better than my bike store.
Yeah.
The bike store was a good one though.
I used to, play on a basketball team, and I used to get bad grades. So they used to send notes home from school.
Right.
So I used to forge my mother's name.
Like she seen it. She never saw those notes.
Never seen it.
That's not a bad lie.
Right. That. But then they caught her. One day after practice, I'm not thinking nothing other. She come pick me up from practice.
They had called, right?
And she said, come in,
the
did
whole
you sign
was
these
up.
things? That shit was up. And it happened right around my motherfucking birthday.
Oh my God.
You didn't get no new Jordans.
Oh
no, I didn't get my bike.
They ain't had Jordans that time anyway.
All right. And then they didn't have Jordan at that time.
For sure.
But then not only that, I didn't like milk when I was younger. Instead of just throwing the milk in the trash, I used to just keep the shit in my room.
What the?
And this shit used to stink.
Because it went sour.
Yes.
Man, that's just stupid. That ain't no lie.
No.
But I was lying about it. What was stinking in the room?
Yeah, I probably used to throw my vegetables away, like away from my mother.
No, I used to
the room.
throw all my food away that I didn't like. But like you get milk in school, instead of throwing it away on the way home, I used to bring it home
and sit it.
That's just a dumb lie, yo.
Yeah, he said.
As I said, it's stupid.
I had a little cousin that my sister adopted, and I'm not gonna say his name, but my sister know what I'm talking about. I hope he not listen to the show. I shouldn't do this.
Great.
But this is a stupid lie, though.
You ain't using no names.
So the brother did not want to pee, did not want to go to the bathroom. He was lazy.
So he peed in the bed?
He kept peeing he peed in a bottle. So my sister, he had the bottle in the thing. So she's like, what is that? He said, oh, that's apple juice.
God, did he drink it?
So no, let me tell you, that's the thing. My sister said, that's not apple juice. Why you get on it? He was, this apple juice, Aunt so-and-so. And then she was like, well, drink it. That man must swallow.
Oh my God.
That's how they take your life.
Oh my God.
I was in that room. I said,
he had to follow through.
He followed through like our mother.
Nah, I
But
can't
if
do
she-
that.
But if she knew he was lying,
She knew it, but
as
she
a
was like, let
parent,
me
she
see.
should have stopped him right
No,
before.
you're not. She
I
did
would
that.
have never did that.
She did that. She
Now,
was like,
But it
what's your biggest
doesn't hurt.
lie?
the biggest lie.
This
It doesn't
isn't
hurt.
my biggest, but okay, one of my lies was
A dumb lie.
Okay, when I was little, like about I guess like 6.
Miss Ellis, sorry.
No, that's horror. But my father had an ice cream truck, and I was real fluffy, as in fat, and I loved to eat. And he didn't want me to be fat, as a little kid.
Right.
So every time he would take me home, he would go in the house to open the door for me. And while he was gone, I would stick ice cream sandwiches and the cookie ice cream, with the the cookie on the outside ice cream. I would stick those down my pants. So he would take me in the house and he would leave. I would eat them and then throw the paper off the balcony into this empty swimming pool. So one day my father was like, I know you've been doing this. And I was like, I haven't been doing that. He took me outside and showed me the pool.
All of the ice cream papers.
Empty ice cream papers. But that's about it.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's a good lie.
No, for sure.
I was like 6.
For sure.
And I used to call the fire. I used to call 911 every single day when I got home and say that it was a fire somewhere. And like I lived out in California at this time.
She was a bully.
I used to do it every single day. Shut up,
Why?
Ronald.
She was
And
bad.
one day they threatened me and they was like, you're going to get arrested. You're going to whatever. This was like 1981. And I got scared and I never did it again. But I used to just love doing stuff
But
like
good
that.
lie. She get the salute moment.
Now, we used to do that.
She get good lie.
Thank you.
Moving on to quick hot topic.
I was
before we
never a
gotta go on
bully.
to another
I was
subject.
never a bully, by the way.
Moving on. So, of course, Wendy Williams is under really big hot fire. Everybody know that now, right?
I heard she was.
Well, let me tell this story real quick because, there's really thing. Of course, the news came out about her husband trying to leave her. He had another baby on the side. They got.
I don't think he's trying to leave her though.
I was about to say that. He never tried to leave her.
He don't want to leave her because of the money situation.
Right.
But he's definitely in this whole other relationship
Sure.
with another one.
Okay.
So
Allegedly, as Wendy would say.
Well, no, the baby is real.
You saw the
and
baby? You knew the
She
baby?
had the baby.
I've never seen any proof of that.
It's proof of that.
Well, hold on, but even if she had a baby, it don't mean. Look, even if she had a baby, we still have to know that it's his.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff to
But
he's not.
He said, "I's the pappy."
He's not.
We kind of know.
But the whole big thing is, so of course, people went way back. Everybody here are fans of the show, Love and Hip Hop. So Rashida,
that's not true.
Rashida and Kurt. Rashida and Kurt.
Kurt.
So Wendy Williams went on this big old thing when
she was wrong for that.
When Rashida had took Kirk back after she had the baby. So the thing is, people went back to try to pull that. You know, that thing been pulled off of all social media. Right. So they like Wendy had that.
Wow, are you serious?
Yes, you cannot find that anywhere. The whole clip because Wendy had it pulled.
Somebody's gonna repost it, right?
So that's the point that Wendy Williams going through that whole situation.
Trying to cover
but she did, you know what I'm saying? She talked so bad about poor Rashida and how dumb she was, and she's always talking about. I love Wendy Williams. Everybody knows
because
I love
it was
Williams,
it's Wendy Williams clip when she's going in on her, right?
Yeah, for the same thing.
But you cannot find that clip. If you
but
try,
you can do that. You should be able to do that to Wendy for so many reasons. You know, that she said something about somebody and now she's living that same life.
That's true.
She does that every day, and now she's living everything.
I agree with that. You know, she's bashed so many people, and is now coming back to bite her. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, she deserves what she's getting pretty much.
I don't ever wish bad on any person. I'm just saying. I'm just that type of person.
You made a living. You made a living off of these people's lives, and now you're getting mad because people are even just commenting on you.
She's just not acknowledging her situation.
I just don't see.
You know,
I don't see why she.
How you in a sober house and you getting drunk?
Well, she did come clean about that. She did, but she didn't say exactly.
I don't know how because she had the coach was like basically driving her around and staying with her. So I don't know how she got.
When you got money,
and
you
can do anything.
I mean, I guess the coach can't force you. I mean, if you want to.
Yeah.
Look at Conrad Murray and Michael Jackson situation.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Money talks.
Money talks.
Well, my salute moment goes to the Port Sweet Wendy Williams. I hope everything work out for you.
I have a topic I want to bring up. Okay. I don't know if you guys have heard that Birdman is trying to remove his face tattoos. I wanted to know, did anybody have a tattoo that they regret or that they would want to be removed?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, God. Whose lips are those?
He got his own lips on him.
I mean, my lips are perfect, but they not them. But I'm just saying.
What was the motivation behind that tattoo?
Drunk and high.
Drugs and alcohol.
Drugs and alcohol.
Drugs and alcohol, basically. No, I don't.
You don't have any tattoos?
I do have tattoos, yes.
What are they? Where are they? Any woman's name that you're no longer with or anything like that?
No, nothing like that at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, women's. Oh, my God.
Let me see.
No, this is actually my child.
I'm actually going to get some more.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually do want to get some more artwork, but
face.
That hit the gym.
Show them your best
do the
tattoo,
face.
though. Show them your best tattoo.
I'm not going to front, though.
But they haven't seen it.
I don't even want to get on this topic real heavy or anything like that, but you know, Nipsey Hussle got killed.
Oh yeah,
well,
we can discuss that.
Topic. That was my next topic.
But I just want to say, I kind of like his face tattoos,
really
like on him, like they work for him.
Yeah, that was my next hot topic. But yeah,
I like it.
This is out. This is.
Why don't you have that, Ronald?
I'm about to get this on my back.
When?
My
on your
back
back
done with that.
Lord.
I am.
That's too much. That's too much.
All on my back.
That's too much. Just get on.
I guess that would be right to say open.
This nigga gonna have a tramp stamp of open bar.
No, it's gonna be high. It's gonna be up here. But then
you still a big ass tramp then.
And that you think that would look right to have open bar on my butt, on my back?
Oh God,
right.
just on your arm or something.
No. Move on. I'll figure out another spot.
We can go into Nipsey Hussle.
So of course this week, it's sad that Nipsey Russell was shot.
My God, what are you talking about?
Nipsey Hussle was shot.
What the fuck? Nipsey Russell, he's been gone for a while.
Nipsey Russell died about the same day 20 years ago, 50 years ago.
Like 1985 or something.
I really don't want to make fun. That was a bad joke. I apologize.
Yes, it was. But you wasn't playing though.
No, I was playing.
No, you wasn't.
Because I'm gonna tell you why I was playing, and because a lot of times, and I'm probably one of. Let me say this. Honestly, a lot of people, including myself, was not huge Nipsey Hussle fans until after his death. Now, after he died, I did go back and I researched like all the wonderful things.
I will admit that I never heard a song by him to this day. I never heard it ever,
and I was not. But the things that he done, then the fact that I didn't know he was dating Laura London.
I didn't know that,
but I didn't know exactly who he was.
Kind of really put him in pop culture, I think, more so.
Well, I didn't know who he was.
He was only known in the industry. Like the industry knew him, but mass attention, people didn't know him.
Yeah, actually, social media.
I did see a little documentary about him beforehand, about a year or two ago, about him, how he was changing his community.
Yeah, because he bought that plaza and all that. Yeah,
he was buying stuff and he was giving people jobs in the community and everything like that.
Sure.
So I did hear about that before him, but I never heard of a song from him.
No, right. No, his song.
I just knew his name.
He never had a hit song. He never had
nothing
mainstream. But the thing about it is, he didn't have to be mainstream because
he didn't want to.
The reason why people bought his album just off of him, and the thing, he was selling records out of a trunk, and that's how he was able to buy his block back.
I mean, that's fine and that ain't good, but we talking about he ain't got no hits.
Yeah, I saw.
I mean, you don't gotta have hits. I mean,
no,
but I'm just saying,
he got Lower London though.
Who got hits ain't even buying.
He got Lower London. That's a hit. Lower London is
true.
a hit.
I mean, yeah.
Even though she screwed Wheezy too, but
yeah, I was kind of upset. I used to like Nunu, but then she was with Weezy. I was like,
she tainted.
Hey, I still love Lower London.
But what I would say, I did see a clip of Nipsey Hussle when he first started. Before he was just trying to break into the rap game, and he did an interview where he said, the guy asked him, said, "Oh, so you're trying to get big in this game?" And he said, "No, I'm trying to help my community." So he was always
like that,
always very into like, and this was like he was like 16 or something like that. When he did this interview, and he was like, "I want to help my community. I'm in this game not to get women and hoes. I'm here to uplift my community." Yeah. I was like, "Wow!" So he always had something going on.
He had something that really changed it, man. So he grew, a lot, and to only be 33 when he lost his life, man.
And a lot of people are, and how old was Jesus when he
33?
33.
Oh my God, Lord. That's deep. Knowledge, people, knowledge. No,
I have a question. Like, okay, they say that Nipsey got into it with the guy earlier that day and embarrassed him, and put him on the spot in front of everybody, and that kind of made him feel a certain way, and that's why he came back. And they exchanged words briefly. The guy walked away, then he came back and shot him. Like, how do you guys feel about that? Like, Nipsey, like, should he have, like, I'm not saying that he should have got killed by no means, but should he have pulled the guy to the side and talked to him if he had a problem, or, like making a spectacle of the guy? Did that? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that because we don't know how it played out. You don't know how the situation played out in the beginning. No, but the thing about it is,
it was only like, so they said Nipsey was outside with two other guys, right? So it wasn't a crowd, but still, her point is basically people deserve respect. Like, even if you telling them step off, like, "Oh, I'm not messing with you like that." You can say it respectfully, right? Because if you disrespect somebody, you don't get to pick how they respond.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Come to the mic.
Sure.
Come to the mic.
He was on a lot of drugs. So
talk on the mic.
Sorry. So when he,
what you got on? Oh, I thought that was see-through.
Okay, but so he was
about trying to get us all aroused up in here.
In DC, there's a lot of people strung out on the street. Right. So when they come to you, I be able to set homeless people straight sometimes. Like, don't talk to me like that. I want to give to you, but there's a way to talk to me. So I believe that he probably came to him wrong off of just how he was.
The way he said, and plus it was also supposed to be about
dude was supposed to be a snitch or whatever.
Yeah, that he was telling him, you can't just hang around here. You're not hanging around us. You're not going to just be up around here. Now they're trying to say the guy also wanted to be a rapper and some more stuff.
Yeah, I was just thinking, because I remember previously, you might remember when he slapped somebody. I don't know what that was all about.
Right.
When Nipsey had slapped a guy.
That was at another event, right?
Yeah, so I was wondering, like, I mean, I'm not saying I don't
thought
know
that led up to that.
No, just he was arrogant, and he got into it with the guy. Yeah, and he got into it with the guy, and the guy felt embarrassed, like, "You're not going to carry me," type of thing. That's what I was just thinking, because I do recall him slapping somebody on camera.
Well, somebody else brought another point on air, because like during that shooting, even though Nipsey died, there were two other gentlemen that got shot. Yep. And nobody even speaking about those two guys, but
they didn't die. I mean,
they didn't die. So
I agree with that. So
and nobody knows them.
So, exactly. Somebody made that point on air. They were like, how because these two guys got shot, nobody mentioned them.
Security.
I'm like, duh, nobody. They wasn't dating Lower London.
Hey, I have an ugly joke. I heard
I'm sorry.
I heard that this is an ugly joke right now. It's too soon, but
too soon.
I'm gonna say it anyways though. But Nipsey Hussle's bodyguard put a big post up on Instagram, and he put a video that had never been posted of them, you know, having fun with each other. He was supposed to be his bodyguard. And in his post, he talks about how I'm crying while I'm writing this. I never thought I'd be like this. We were supposed to grow old, and we haven't made $100 million together. So these are the dreams and so forth. And he said, all right, but listen, he's like, your kids are going to be good. I'm going to take care of your kids and Elle forever. And I'm retiring from being a security guard. I was like, you think?
Who gonna pay your ass, man?
You think you want to retire?
Why didn't you protect him?
Being a bodyguard, like, where were you?
Exactly.
Like, he out on the street, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, they was out. I guess he was at. I mean, he's at work at his business, place of business, and things of that nature.
No, he wasn't supposed to get killed there, man. That was his that was his place. You know,
you still should always be on guard if you have.
He literally grew up there. Like,
yeah, I mean, you and your own neighbor, but they kind of like grew up together, so he knew of the dude who killed him.
Yeah.
And that was the reason why he was able to even get so close to him, because they said that, you know, he had like people around him.
But when you send somebody away and they come right back,
yeah, I would be nervous.
You should be looking.
Yeah.
Wow. But I mean, you don't know they coming right back if you send them away.
But they argued prior to.
I mean, how many arguments do people have? You have an argument. Why does argument have to break out into gun violence?
But he left after the initial argument and came back later and then argued with him again.
And I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying, why does an argument have to result to gun violence?
If I'm from like Slauson or South Central and that happens, I'm not even a gangbanger, but I'm gonna be apprehensive if I got into it with you, carried you, and then you come back argue with me, then you turn around again. I'm gonna be kind of nervous.
I mean, I understand at a youthful age you acting like that, but as a grown adult, you know what I'm saying? And you're 20 over 25, you don't. Your mindset changes. You got a lot more at stake than you did when you were at 15, 16.
But you're not from that environment.
A lot of things played into it. It's the environment one, but also they said the dude might have had some mental health issues.
That's where they caught him at checking into a mental facility.
Yeah, because he's in jail. He got apprehended today.
They caught him?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
he was checking into going to a mental facility, and they caught him there.
And the young lady that was the getaway driver, she's denying that she knew what actually was going on. She said he told her to park in the alley, and she said that's what she did. She said she did not see a gun at that time, and then she just saw him coming back. But
why are you parking in the alley?
Yeah, and why didn't you hear no gunshots?
You know what's
and
crazy?
Why you ain't turn them in?
They already shot up the girl's house.
Wow.
Or his girlfriend's house. I don't know if it's that girl, but they shot his girlfriend's house up.
Wow.
And two of his
I heard that, but I didn't really find that from a reliable source.
The same that the lady that shot Selena, she went to
Yolanda. Go ahead, bro.
Okay.
What you gotta say?
Yolanda, 1 sweet second. Everybody always wants to blame mental illness. Mental illness is not the factor here. He felt slighted.
He felt embarrassed.
His ego was bruised. Period. Point blank.
I agree.
Like he got carried.
That's the reason why this man is not alive today. It has nothing to do with and that's what that's the sad part.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with
and
people want to blame everything. He was high and he was mentally ill. No. He was embarrassed.
Yeah,
he didn't know how to deal with that.
And I always tell people all the time that people who are mentally ill actually hurt themselves. They don't hurt other people.
They are less likely to harm others than anybody else, any other thing, any other entity or group of people.
Hurt themselves.
They're less likely to harm anybody else.
Right.
This man was a bitch ass nigga. We're not going to blame anything other than his bitch ass.
Well, I have somebody crazy like that on my job, and I'm their best friend. I'd be like, "Yo, when you about birthday girl? When you about to flip
your birthday?
Yeah.
What's the name?
I know that's right. April
but I had somebody crazy like that on my job, and I always tell him I'm his best friend. And I said, when you about to flip, let me know. I'm your buddy, so I can get out the way.
Let him know, like, bro, tell me.
Yo, let me
we
know.
Cool, right? We cool,
right? When he be like, Ron, I need you to move. I'm out. Somebody on my job I know is crazy, and I know he gonna flip one day.
Yeah, I always try to be cool with the crazy.
I'm like, best friend, like, yo, what up, dog? Hey, but I always let him know, you good today? Let me know. I can leave. You know what I'm saying? You about to clean it out here? Let me know.
That's funny.
Anyway, yo,
I don't have those problems on my job.
You work for yourself, whore. You're a prostitute. But anyway, yo, salute, to the family of Nipsey
Hussle,
man. We rest in peace, my brother.
Yeah, that's really tragic to say.
You know, they also kind of compare him to Tupac and Biggie.
I don't do that. That's too far.
Yeah, ain't nobody like Tupac.
You know what? But this is the thing. What you know is that he had a beautiful spirit, man. Because people feel connected to the dude, even though he wasn't well known. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's had a beautiful spirit, man. She got, you know.
He did sleep with Laura London.
He did sleep with Laura London. That makes you a little famous. Okay. Anyway, salute to the family, yo. You keep me in our prayer. The prayer, Pastor, pray for them.
Pastor said I slept with Laura London too, but
in my dreams.
No, Megan good. Oh, that's not you. It's the other pastor. But anyway, salute. We're going to a quick break. We come right back. We'll talk about the beauty department, like what women go through to make themselves beauty. We got somebody that's going to talk all about what she did to become this beautiful portrait. So anyway, and I'm about to get some work done, so I'm going to talk about that too. Anyway, give us a call at 202-656-1BAR. Salute.
Salute.
Choose knowledge over ignorance. Choose life over death. I bless the mic for the gods. Those who test eternal rest. Choose knowledge over ignorance. Choose life over death. I bless the mic for the gods. Those who test eternal rest.
You'll get some rest.
Please don't say that. I don't sleep. You know that. So you don't have to say, get some sleep.
Been thinking about that shit for like 6.5, 7 years. And I'm over that shit, man. Wrote them a time or two, a few that had me loving them. I took a day or two a week. I call it cuffing them. And nothing feed the ego more like people in your ear. And nothing settle people back like pride doing fear. Sunset on a pier. Appearing to affection and be laughing at my letters. That bitchy with irrelevant. He revel about her caddies, then me relishing his presence. Assuming I'm the rest and I don't know what he be thinking. Be thinking that I'm stupid. My silence is a manuscript. I bet he courting chicks and be amused because her panty drip. I fell for it too. I don't blame her. I ain't mad or hurt. I dream a little bigger. I guess that's how I had to work. I leave and I ain't bitter. Well, just a little. I piddle in my fantasies and damn it be the ones that you love the most and trust that be showing you the truth. When they lying, it's enough that I told them I refuse. Bright as the stars, dark as the sky. Things change, I don't wanna know why. I put my heart on my sleeve and my soul I believe. And for sure you deceive, so for sure I'ma leave. Bright as the stars, dark as the sky. Things change, I don't wanna know why. I put my heart on my sleeve and my soul I believe. And for sure you deceive, so for sure I'ma leave. And it's enough that I told him I refuse to be slaughtered for his feast of the lust. And his greed it'll cost him to lose what a lot of brothers kill in the street for. The PU is power, have him handing over billfolds, build slow. Act as if our minds are in tune. The fact of the matter, I was only loving you. He was so caught up in his life, I presume it was a catch-22. I had a situation, required a little time, a whole lot of patience. I'm thinking he's him, saw a whole lot of faces. I hold out and waited. I carry nickel platers for the nights I was with him. I knew what I was facing. If you thought that I was faking, you're clearly mistaken. I was down for the cause like shells and Barack. My memory was faded from the barrels of some rock and the barrels of the Glock, fade perils of the shop. Bright as the stars, dark as the sky. Things change, I don't wanna know why. I put my heart on my sleeve and my soul I believe. And for sure you deceive, so for sure I'ma leave. Bright as the stars, dark as the sky. Things change, I don't wanna know why. I put my heart on my sleeve and my soul I believe. And for sure you deceive, so for sure I'ma leave. And it wasn't really that he won a game and I lost. He was careless, I cared less about what he thought. The fond memories fade away in the dark. And years pass by, not a day at the park. Not a rose for my heart, a dove for my soul. Not a moment of the truth, now the truth will unfold. I hold no malice, I'm cool to the core. Cause I know that she ain't me and that he chose piss poor. The gift gives more, he'll see it if he don't. He'll spend years trying to find me again and he won't. His pride and his mind are a beast to be tamed. A leash and a chain, need be obtained. Remain optimistic, depicted a picture. Painted so perfect with embossed scripture. The gift to your soul, a present for your past. Even though you gave me hell, I wish you heaven, that's class. Bright as the stars, dark as the sky. Things change, I don't wanna know why. I put my heart on my sleeve and my soul I believe. And for sure you deceive, so for sure I'ma leave. Bright as the stars, dark as the sky. Things change, I don't wanna know why. I put my heart on my sleeve and my soul I believe. And for sure you deceive, so for sure I'ma leave. Bright as the stars, dark as the sky. Things change, I don't wanna know why. I put bright as the stars, dark as the sky. Things change, I don't wanna know why. I poop bright as the stars, dark as the sky. Things change, I don't wanna know why. I poop bright as the stars, dark as the sky.
I'm worried about you. You don't sleep. You don't eat. I hear you get up at night.
All aboard! Yeah. Yo, the time the plane leaving? All right. See you at the airport. Hey. I'm leaving. We'll go ahead and leave the call heard around the world from the wise of MCs. These cats is paying more than half a pound. I got my back and snatch it down. I got to skate, but we could probably run them back in town. Scenarios like this is tear jerkers for the modern MC. I eat a blue collar worker cause this thing called rhyming no different from coal mining. We both on assignment to unearth the diamond. When you start climbing and them eyes start shining, you be struggling and striving and they think you prime time and maintain it. Keep silent, make no an observation. It's confrontation. This is the daily operation. My concentration. Stay focused on my recitation. About to reach my destination with no pause or hesitation. Baby, make the preparation cause this ain't no recreation. This is pro ball. And we letting you know, y'all, at the show, y'all. Doing this for dough, y'all. Get the phone call. And I'm ready to blow, y'all. About to go, y'all. Been a pleasure to know, y'all. And I'm letting you know I'm leaving. But God willing, I'll be back home to drop these heavy ass bags up my backbone. Around the world with the catalog of rap songs. My baby girl is walking, been away for that long. But no, you haven't, well, at least it's how it seemed to me. My hometown is like a whole different scenery. The old timers on the stoop leaning leisurely. The new jacks up in the park smoking greenery. Easily taken for granted when you up in it, but it's sweet sinning. When you been down for a minute, move around city limits, break them down with the vintage, the innovative, classical b-boy image, collect the winners, cause that's the reason that we came here. This thing is not a game here, the fortune, not the fame here. From New York to the Cadillacs, Cali and the Cadillac, Chicago, know we innovate, infiltrate Virginia State, DC make me stimulate, Philly know we penetrate, Georgia make us generate, let's set a date to get the pace. They celebrate on my jams in foreign lands, even your mans in Japan know who I am. Minasan, make everybody out in the fun, say Ichiban, make that man know where you get it from. Phenomenon, excuse me, that's a phone call. It's a show, y'all. Trying to get this dough, y'all. About to blow, y'all. Been a pleasure to know y'all. And I'm letting you know I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know if I'll be back again. Kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you know I'll never go. Even though you know I will, I'm a traveling man, moving through places.
He has a radio voice, y'all don't.
Welcome back to WLVS. You're tuning in to Open Bar Radio. Salute.
Salute.
And we have a guest in the building. It is the lovely, beautiful Tina. Tina, I don't know your last name.
My last name is Tenon. That's my married last name. Just call me that.
Okay, Tina Tenon. We'll go with that. That works. You know, everybody's working with aliases and handles and all that stuff. So TT in the house. All right.
TT.
And so we got so much to talk to you about very quickly, though. I heard some interesting things. First of all, your father is what?
From Sierra Leone, West Africa.
West Africa, and your mother's from
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. All right. So
how did that happen?
All right. So
they met at the club.
He came from West Africa. Mom was here in D.C. They linked up, and boom, you.
If you ask me for real, I feel like he might have married her to get his papers. Neither one of them are alive, so they can't get in any trouble.
No, but that is so true. See, we be knowing stuff about our parents, but we don't want to say it because we don't want to make them.
Yeah.
Are they both deceased?
They're both deceased.
Yeah, they both passed away.
Dad's still living.
I'm gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say
this was 45 years ago. I'm about to be 45, so what can they do either way?
Absolutely, no doubt, for sure. So
he got his papers now.
Shut up, Ronald. He has no clue.
So okay, so Tina, now
45 might have something to say about that.
We got a couple of things that we want to.
I ain't messing with Donald Trump.
We're gonna talk about you, but we want to talk about beauty and fashion and style and particularly physical fitness and all that whatnot. And
I ain't going to the gym.
So you're a beautiful girl.
Thank you.
And I don't know how many men have told you how the dark skin is in style. It's working right now, right?
Actually, my husband.
You're winning.
Yeah, my husband. I've been married since 2007, and one of the things he liked about me most was my skin tone. And another friend of mine, He loves my skin tone too.
Yeah, so
but that's another
The
story.
nigga on the side.
Go ahead, bro.
But you do get that though, right?
Yes.
Okay, absolutely. All right, so it's
But I will say, because we did a topic on colorism on our thing.
Mhm.
I will say, like, before, you know, I would say the last maybe like 10 years, it wasn't, you know, dark skin, melanin, all that stuff. Yeah,
That's light skinned niggas. We was in style.
before social media
For sure.
came along and everyone started being more, you know,
and see how beautiful that black was.
Exactly.
For the pretty boy.
Absolutely. Okay,
But
so
you know what, PDO? We have, and I know we talk about beauty. So we have two, I just wanted you to both to interview because it's two different spectrums. And we're going to talk about that because, like I said, Miss Tina is on her spectrum of, she's going to talk about plastic surgery.
We can ready to
He,
I'm
don't
sorry.
do that to my
I just
boo.
wanted to make sure you connect
We
the both.
trying to get this together.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Let him do his work.
We was working smoothly
My
today.
bad.
His mouth, your mouthpiece.
Because as I was saying, Tina,
okay, sorry.
people would not believe this about you. They look
Don't
at you
get country
after
on them.
they wouldn't believe that you've actually had some work done.
Yes.
All right, so how many times have you had work done?
I've had surgery 2 times.
Twice.
Yes. I'm
Okay.
called a vet now.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you mind telling us what?
No, I don't mind at all.
All right. So tell us.
The first surgery I had was in 2017, and I had a tummy tuck.
Okay.
I had liposuction. That was like to my 360, like around the body, and I had a Brazilian butt lift, which they took the fat out of my back and they put it into my butt.
Her butt is nice too. You should
Now,
show 'em.
now,
I have on my forehead.
tell me this. So how did you do your homework to know what was going to be safe and what wasn't going to be safe? Did you have somebody who had done it before and they coached you into it?
Well, I knew a young lady that I got mine done out of the country. I got it done in the Dominican Republic, and I knew a young lady that had went over there. And once she went over there and she got her tummy tuck, she told me about her doctor. And there's a website called Real Self where you can look up all the doctors and like their board certifications, their deaths, like everything about them. I started researching and I ended up liking another doctor that wasn't the same one that she went to.
Oh, okay.
I ended up liking this guy. So once I like decided I was going to do it, and a lot of reasons that the people go to the Dominican Republic versus the
That's
United
gonna be a
States
question.
is because of the price.
Okay.
And because over there they can do things more aggressively as far as like lipo and things like that. They can do more procedures at one time that you're not authorized to do in the United States.
So people would know that unless you actually go do the
Exactly.
research. Okay.
And I will say this, like before you go and when people know that you're going, everybody has an opinion and everybody has something to say. That's just human nature.
Sure.
And like, of course, before you go, you're thinking like all of these things in your head and your vision.
You have to fight all of that, right?
Yeah. And you're envisioning, even for yourself, you're envisioning like something that you don't know what it's going to be. But when I got there, I will say it was much more professional than I ever thought it would be or ever imagined
You didn't
that
know
it
it
would
was going to be exactly
as professional as it was.
done
Yes.
right. Okay, so now I know there had to be some fears and you know.
And I let my daughter get lipo.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
How old is your daughter?
My daughter will be 21 on Sunday, but I let her do it in Miami.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And I wouldn't let her get cuts because she doesn't have any children or anything like that. So I wouldn't let her get a tummy tuck.
Okay.
So what's the difference between tummy tuck and lipo?
A tummy tuck. Okay, I've had 2 C-sections, which, you know, that gives you extra flab. That gives you the fupa and all of that good stuff. I was looking like a young Dan Connor from off of Roseanne. So,
Okay.
so the tummy tuck is when they cut you from one hip to the other, pull all of the fat down and cut the fat off.
Okay.
Wow.
And then when they do the tummy tuck, they also repair the muscle in your stomach, which I don't care what you eat. When you wake up in the morning, your stomach is going to be flat, just from the muscle repair. So that's what a tummy tuck is. I don't feel like you need a tummy tuck, especially if you're not really like big or if you haven't had children. I feel like you can just get lipo because you can lose weight, and lipo is just sucking fat out of certain areas.
But I've had children, so I can get a tummy tuck.
Yes, and men get tummy tucks all the time. Men get their butts done, their stomachs, their arms, their breasts, everything.
Hey, I'm sure that's going to become more popular for men, but I don't know one
It is.
brother who got
I can show you so many.
I don't know.
I
anything.
Anything. Number the tummy. So why would you get your butt done?
Yeah, I don't
Men
get
do
it.
that.
I guess if
I mean, you know, if you're a male stripper, I guess, you know.
But
or you're a male escort.
But I have to admit, I've been interested in getting my stomach done.
So you want a 6-pack ab etching?
I did want it, but I am working out really hard on it. But I'm just saying
it's not going to work.
Okay, so
you drink too much sugar.
We don't want to leave the listeners like hanging. Okay, so when you get down there, it's more professional than you thought it was going to be. You go through the procedure. How long does it take you before you're able to come back home?
Okay, like what happens is you stay in what they call a recovery house. That's like a house where like 10 people can stay at one time. They have around the clock staff for like cooking, transportation, nurses, and all of that. With the tummy tuck, they want you to stay for like 10 to 14 days. Wow. Me, I booked a one-way flight and I was feeling like, okay, by the 8th day, I can't take it no more. And I came home on the 8th day.
On the 8th day.
Yeah.
So you didn't do the 14 to 10 days?
No.
Okay.
And then I went for round 2 the past 3 weeks. On March 18th, I got my second, what they call your second round.
Okay.
And
why would you do a second round after you did the first one?
Okay, because naturally I was top heavy, big at the top and smaller at the bottom. I'll show you my pictures.
Okay.
And so on the first,
like them big at the top.
Like if you don't have like a certain frame to begin with, like what they call a good foundation. Now, if I had a good foundation from the jump, one round would have been good.
Okay.
But I feel like even though I looked great from my first round, it wasn't, and I wasn't looking to be perfect, but I feel like I wanted that second round because I feel like I wanted my back and my frame to be a certain way. So I wanted to get 360 lipo again. I didn't really care about my butt for the second round, but I also feel at the same token, I'm not going to let him throw my fat in the trash. So I went on ahead and let him use
put it in my ass.
Yeah, but he did. I'm sorry, but he did ask me, did I want a big butt? And I said no, because that's not what I wanted. You know, I never wanted that overly exaggerated fake look.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No doubt. Now I want to ask you one more question. I'm gonna throw it to you also. Get your questions ready. I'm gonna give y'all some room to like ask Tina some questions. You sound very informed about the subject, right? So so that's great because you sound like you can answer any questions that we throw at you. I'm interested in your thoughts about who should do it and who shouldn't do it, because I noticed you said about your daughter you wouldn't let her do the tummy tuck. She could just do lipo. So who would you suggest that it's actually something for to do, and somebody who's not, you know?
I don't know if you ever saw this girl that's like a viral sensation. She's a young girl and she's overweight, and they always have her like twerking and stuff, but her body is like really out of shape.
Light-skinned girl, right?
No, Charlotte. Yeah, she's one, but I'm not talking about her. It's another one. But that girl you're talking about, she would have been a good candidate. And I feel like a doctor should have given her like a free mommy makeover. And a mommy makeover consists of the breasts, the lipo, the tummy tuck, and the BBL. I never did anything to my breasts, but I feel like a doctor should have given her a free mommy makeover just for like publicity to help them get more clients, because her body was terrible. And I feel like she needed that.
Okay, somebody who has a really awkward built body.
Yeah, they should
go do it.
Yeah, because they can take her body from that and turn her body.
Because there's a lot of women who are just naturally born, they have awkwardly built bodies.
That's true. And we call them FUBU, funny built.
Yeah, and they could never be like
FUBU, funny built.
They could never be like another girl. Like
so even if you work out, you say,
it's not going to happen. Even if you lose weight,
is not
exactly, precisely.
Exactly. So that's so people like that could consider it and stuff like that. But how about for somebody what do you think about women who just want to use it for more attention?
Well, I feel like
they want the big butt, they want the super big breasts, because they want to make money on.
It depends on your age.
I'm in various surgery groups, U.S. surgery groups and surgery groups abroad. There are actually women in like not Germany, not Sweden, but one of the countries that it's big over there now. But I feel like if you're doing it for money, I think you should do it. Hey, if I know I'm going to make money off of this, I'm going to maximize my earning potential and I'm going to make money. And I will say, if you're in the US groups, most of the people that get the surgery, they're small frame girls that already have a nice body, in my opinion, but they end up wanting it. And it's a transgender doctor in Miami that's like the biggest doctor right now for Brazilian butt lifts, and everybody goes to her.
Everybody's going to her.
Yeah, because she's going to give you that heart shape stripper, big booty. But most of the girls that go there, they're like
onion
booty. I would actually her name, because I would just like to go to the site and just look.
Her name's Dr. Gregory Dowback, DOWBAK, and she's
everybody's on her line, right? Everybody's on her line, and she charges top dollar.
She doesn't charge a lot. Ironically, no. Her BBL and lipo is about $5,000.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a lot. My doctor, his BBL and lipo is with including your stay and your transportation is $3,500.
So, but the so lipo doesn't. Let's say it's not more for like bigger people, it don't matter your size, it's always the same price. So let's say somebody's a little small, they just want to get a little bit.
It doesn't matter.
It's still going to charge you the same price.
Yeah, and another thing about surgery, people think, for one, you have to be under a certain body mass index. You can't just go get the surgery just because you feel like it. Your body mass index has to be under like 33. Some doctors 29. Right. That's for like all the small girls in Miami. And then another thing is like your hemo has to be at 14. You can't be going around getting these procedures if your blood is low. Your blood pressure, people fly all the way to the DR and they get turned around and sent home.
Because their blood pressure too high.
Yeah, the doctors
they don't want that death on their hands.
Yeah, and they have had a lot of deaths. Unfortunately, some people have died even from just getting the anesthesia because you don't know all your allergies. You get the anesthesia, you don't even make it to the surgery table, but you die from the anesthesia. Wow. But that could happen that could happen anywhere. So yeah, but I feel like anybody that wants to get the surgery, they should get it. I see a lot of weight loss patients who first got the sleeve and the gastric bypass, and then they lose weight. They end up getting the back lift. The back is like a tummy tuck for your back.
I got a question.
Well, I mean, I just gotta say, because like this is kind of good. I have two people in my family. I have a real close, I would say, a sister who got a tummy tuck, and it didn't work out good for her because they accidentally snipped her
oh my goodness,
so she was in the hospital for like 8 months.
My God.
So it didn't work out. Then I had a friend, a male friend, who got a tummy tuck. He almost died recently. The fluid, they have those little fluid things that sits in you, and I guess
his drain
and the drain somehow got in his bloodstream.
Oh my God.
And
how long did he have his drain? You don't know?
Well, I would say to this person, I'm not saying his name, but I don't think he
took care of his aftercare.
I think he still he still partied a little bit. He should
have
waited a little bit. He should have relaxed for about a good 6 months.
Yeah.
So I prayed for him. It was really sad.
Follow the instructions, and
you have to
follow the instructions. Let me tell you.
That's very true. Aftercare is very important.
And then, unfortunately, I had a cousin who got.
Yeah, I remember that.
She had the butt injection. She worked.
She had the illegal butt injections, which is totally different from a Brazilian butt lift. She went to someone that put something from like Home Depot or something in your butt. That's totally different from a BBL.
Yeah, unfortunately, we lost her about 4 years ago.
Yeah, she passed
and
away.
that was my first cousin.
It was all over globally.
And it was funny because we were at dinner when I found out, and I almost lost it. And I was with you that day.
Wow.
And it was crazy. And then
that's what Cardi B has. She has like they put caulk, fix a flat, brake fluid, stuff like that in your butt.
Okay, look, I got it. So another quick question before we
this work looks good from Dr. Dialback.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here's a last big question for you, and that is, what do you think about men getting these procedures?
Okay, me personally, I don't want no man with no big flappy titties, excuse my language. So but then again, I don't think I want to see that scar either. So I can take you fluffy if you tone it down a little bit. But if you're a man and you get the procedure for vanity purposes or you're making money, I don't see a problem with it. And those are the only men that are like really willing to do it. If you're conceited like Ronald, or if you're making money off of your body or looks. But a regular old nice looking thick guy, he not thinking about getting no BBL or lipo. Right. But one last thing I want to say, that's another thing that's important, is that your surgeon is like 50% of your work, and then the other 50% is you still have to maintain, like you can't get this and just eat what you want and do what you want. You still have to maintain, because the young lady that told me about the surgery, her stomach looks like she's about 7 months pregnant now because she did not take care of herself.
And I would say this to you, because we hang out since you had the surgery before, and we've been out to restaurants, and you really watch what you eat. Like, she's like, no, I just need this carrot, I need this, and I need that. I'm like, carrots. And I'm like, whoa, you really are watching what you eat. I'm impressed. And it's crazy because right now we have the two different spectrums. Like, so you, of course, are a health guru.
I am.
And you work out. Now,
I ain't working out. Put me on the table.
No, she actually PDO. She has a picture of her, but she weighed 165 pounds. I wish we could see that.
Child, please. I wish I weighed that now. I weighed that when I was
but for her body frame and her height.
How much you weigh now?
125.
So you lost like 40 pounds.
Yeah, I was about 180 when I first started.
So
180. Wow.
So you, as a health guru, are you against plastic surgery or?
I'm not against it. Oh, my bad. I'm like all into it, right? No, I'm not against it. I'm more so I'm 50-50. So I watch. I don't even watch TV, but I do watch 600 Pound Life.
Oh, okay, my 600
and
Pound
that
Life.
is my show. And I feel for those people.
It keeps you motivated.
It keeps me Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah. It keeps me motivated. But more importantly,
Maybe I need to start watching that shit.
No, seriously,
I watch it too.
It's crazy because like I feel like those are the individuals that really need surgery. That really need help. Because it's a mental thing, you know,
Right.
it's really a mental thing at the end of the day. And
So that's why you're not, because you say with somebody in that situation.
yeah, someone that really is like either death or you gotta get this surgery, then
it's good.
yeah, that's
because I told you, said like at one point I was interested in probably
you
getting
just
into something,
said.
and you were like, "No, I have this tea, I have this."
I do,
I can help you.
Drinking
Right? And she was like, "I can help you."
He said, "I ain't trying no lotion and potions. I'm trying to get my shit done by the summer."
Like, I gotta be fit by May the 25th.
No, you'll be fit by April. What's the last day? April 31st or 30th? 30th. Right? 30 days.
Okay.
Hey, so you can get me right to like
I can get you both right.
Like without doing keto.
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't. That's a diet. Keto's a diet, right?
I hear people's popular now. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I hear about keto everywhere. I think my cousin just started.
They
keto.
sell keto shit everywhere you go.
It's just the way you. It's just the way you eat, right? It's just like protein and veggie or something.
Yeah, and there's no starches. And
Yeah,
things
but like
that.
that's not like who. Like first of all, like someone.
That's boring.
That just blow. I'm sorry, I'm about to get deep. That
Well,
blows me.
I eat like that a lot.
Well, I
People
would
eat
say,
like that,
well,
and
right
now someone's
right now, for at least the last 30 days, I have not. I cut back most starches.
Okay.
Like, I don't eat bread. I haven't ate bread. I did kind of mess up bread this weekend when I was in South Carolina. And I had a piece of bread, but I've given up pasta. I've given
What
up
about
sugar.
alcohol? Can you talk on the effects of alcohol and weight gain and sugar and stuff?
Oh yeah. You see, I'm drinking now, right?
Yeah, but I worked out before I came here. I did.
She
45
came for you, but he said he ain't sent for you.
Well, no. Once you put like
I'll drag him.
I know that. Okay, once you put like the good stuff in your body, you don't want like that much alcohol and some other bad things that you normally.
Well, I would say since they did bring my alcohol, it's not like I drink every day. Now I do drink on Tuesday nights because that's a part of the show.
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I don't drink. If I go out, I'll drink. Like this weekend, I didn't go out.
I say this that you're gonna eventually like we live in this life, right?
Right.
Eventually, you're gonna get older, so the things you do right now are gonna affect you. So as you're drinking every day, like people probably if you see me 5 years ago, you would never thought I would be not drinking as much. I used to drink every second of the day. Sorry, y'all about to get real. I was a teacher. I used to go on my lunch break and drink a Four Loko in the car. I was a lush. I was like off the chain.
So that was the cost of 165 pounds on you?
No, the cost was having a baby. The cost was me showing out. You know, I was like, I was a vegetarian.
She was spreading them.
I became pregnant. I was a vegetarian.
She was a vegetarian.
And then I fell in love with the burger.
You fell in love with the burger.
I had my first McDonald's Big Mac. My mother said, "You need this
flipped
Big
the
Mac."
other way.
So
you started off a vegetarian.
You was raised as a vegetarian.
I was raised very well, like as far as like eating habits, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But because my mom was a teacher, my dad was a firefighter, so they knew the importance of like we don't want you on no medication. So that was important. My parents always cooked. We never really ate out, and so that's just important. Eating is always the number one thing you want to do. Eating, but I'm a big fan of detoxing. I've never fasted a day in my life. I'm very religious and spiritual. I just looked into that this year, and I said, oh, everything that we can thrive off is in our body already. I didn't even know that shit until I read it. And I said, I'm going to fast. My birthday's April 20th. Yeah. I'm about to do it. Like, I'm going to do like a cold fast though. I just became vegan. I never thought I would like give up meat. I love meat.
I'm interested in becoming vegan.
I don't know how women
I'm a
give
big
up
cook.
meat.
Yeah. When you get so much of it, it's like, no.
She said no. I said I'm vegan. I ain't vegan.
So again, you talked about before we go in our love, sex, and relationship segment.
Oh, Lord.
So you talked about ways that you have. Now we talked about Tina talked about how she was able to get this beautiful stomach and flat stomach that she has and her beautiful curves. What ways do you, unfortunately, the opposite of surgery? What ways are you prescribing to get that beautiful curve like Miss Tina had?
Yeah, I would say exercise is important. I would say exercise. I never liked the gym, but I started to like it. Like as you lose weight, you're gonna start kind of like working out a little bit. But eating is very important. Drinking lots of water. I never drank water, but I started a challenge and then I realized like, damn, my face is getting clear. My just a lot of things started to change inside my energy level was up. So as you start trying to be healthy, you're gonna start like liking it.
Yeah, and I admit, like right now, I've been doing like a lot of. Well, even my skin is really clear now.
Yeah, it
it's
looks
cleared
good.
up a lot more than it was before. So I mean, I'm definitely changing. And then another thing someone told me, you can't say diet because diet is a negative thing. You should say
you can say what you want.
Well, you could, but you say it's a lifestyle change, and it does make you feel a little different from when you do what you're doing. And like when I give up food, yo, you want to close?
All right, yeah. So
I'm a happy medium.
use the mic, please.
I'm a happy medium between the two.
Yeah.
She's actually talked me into getting a tummy tuck, and I'm going to do it. I work out 6 days a week.
Ooh.
You'll never know it because
talking to Mike, honey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Rock the mic. Rock the mic.
Well,
caress the mic, baby.
In 2004, I lost my daughter. So
no. Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. So yeah.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. That fucked up my high.
I love them too, though.
Okay.
But no, after that, you know how you get the I don't give a fuck. So I gained weight. I got up to like, look on that tag. I got on to like maybe 370 something.
Okay.
And then on my own, I was like, I'm just going to lose weight and see if it'll work for me before I even think about gastric bypass or anything like that. So I said, I'm gonna give it one more try. I ended up losing like 140 pounds on my own.
Wow. Nice.
So thank you.
Awesome.
So with that, I have a trainer and I work out literally 6 days a week. I'm 41. That stomach from that 9 years, I've maintained it for about 9 years.
Okay.
That's never gonna go away. So I have to get it removed some way. So yes, exercise does work.
Well, this is a different
schedule. I'm never gonna be rich, and guess what? I'm never gonna be rich.
Girl,
go ahead, preach
I'm
that.
just saying, you gotta change your mind.
Change your mind.
I used to say I'm never gonna walk up them stairs.
No, but what I'm saying is, but genetics and age is not. You can't play with that. I'm 41, so if you can,
you're young.
You got. But what I'm saying is, you got snapback.
40's
in
the
your 20s.
new 20.
You got now with your body though, boo. You got snapback in your 20s.
I still think you got to think
snapback in your
positive.
30s.
You got to think positive. I mean,
You gotta think all the thinking in the motherfucking world ain't gonna take the stomach away though.
I mean,
but guess who will?
It's the eating habit.
Guess who will?
Guess who will? That doctor will, huh?
No, she'll show you. I eat right and I exercise 6 days a week. I can feel my muscles. My muscles are strong as shit behind.
Your skin looking good. You shapely. It's working.
Yeah, but I was born with that.
Okay.
I wasn't born with this stomach.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
The stomach's never going to go away unless I get it removed. So I think it's you're gonna have to do like at a certain age. Well, but my point is, at a certain age.
When did you start gaining weight? When did you start gaining weight?
Like maybe at 26, 27. I was always thick.
Always was thick and curvy and fluffy, even as a teenager.
Right.
Okay.
So she was never skinny.
Right. Never been.
Okay.
But I gained my excessive weight. I've always maintained my weight, but I've gained my excessive weight when I was about maybe 26 or 27, and then it stayed to maybe about 35. I want to say, and then maybe like 33.
Okay.
And then that's when I lost weight or whatever. But it's never gonna come off. At 41, it's not gonna come.
Listen, keep us updated. Plugged in, updated on the
December,
journey.
this bitch will be snatched
off. I'm about to send you some motivation every day, girl.
Yeah, you touched me today. I mean, like you really did.
But my point was, all the time, exercise don't work. My trainer gonna kill me. I shout out to Allison Davis. I love her dearly, but exercise don't work all the time, sis.
Well, look,
sometimes you gotta get it snatched off.
Keep us plugged in on the journey. We want to be
Most
updated.
definitely.
Are you go on Instagram? Anything
I
like that?
am.
You want to put it out there?
I will.
And your business too.
Yes.
Oh, yes. And this is my logo sweatshirt. I made it from scratch. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, so
what is the logo? What is the?
It is 725 Designs. Is an homage to my daughter, Taylor. She was born on July 25th, so that's what 725 derived from.
How old was she?
She was 6 months when she passed away. But for me, it was more like
my grandbaby. I know how you feel.
Yeah. Yeah. My sister's son passed away at 6 months. My mother's son passed away at 6 months, and my daughter passed away at 6 months. It was all our first child. So I'm like, God didn't put me through this for no reason. It was supposed to be something out of it. So out of it, it was like basically live to the fullest. And that's how I've been living since 2004.
Wow.
She can tell you.
All right.
So I just basically, I went back to college, got a degree in fashion, and here we are today.
All right.
So you guys can check out
and you lost 100 pounds.
Yes. Design.
104. Don't take my 40 away.
140. God, beautiful.
Don't do a Ronald.
720 is spelled
Hot
out.
Ron,
5 designs
Yes.
on Instagram.
Yes. And
725
Facebook is
design.
Club 725. You can check out my designs. I make everything from scratch,
All
even
right.
if you see a logo.
Miss TT, thank you for taking us into the world. You know what I'm saying? You like educated us, gave us a lot of insight.
And you gotta come back and give us an update.
Absolutely.
Well, all of LT3 will come back and take over.
Absolutely. Now, when does the podcast come on?
Well, we have to do it based on our scheduling because we are working. We're moms, grandmas, and all of that. And one of us live in Calvert County.
How we find it? It's on.
Go on
the page?
you just YouTube LT3 Fun Over 40.
LT3 fun. That sounds like a fun show. Like if y'all really
they are.
all your experiences and all
we
that.
just our thing. Speaking of your stuff, we did a $10 healthy meal challenge. How to feed a family a healthy meal on a $10 budget, and it had to be a starch, a protein, and a vegetable. There was no box or no can. Tone went over by 16 cents, and she also used box rice, so I disqualify her. I spent $8.94.
All right.
Tahir went to Trader Joe's. She spent $9.99.
Cassava.
No, I cook I cook every day. I cook excellent. I want to be a chef. I cooked asparagus, chicken breast, and a potato medley. Tahira, she went over. She didn't go over, but she used a can of black beans for her black bean turkey burgers. And Lakeisha, she lives in Calvert County, so she went to Wise, and Lord knows she went over by. Her stuff was $22 and she got cussed out.
Wow.
But we just do fun stuff. We were going to do a Buy Black Sunday Fun Day this past Sunday, but our schedules got mixed up. We were only going to go to Black businesses for our whole entertainment. So we're going to try to do that hopefully this Sunday coming
Good luck
up.
with overpricing.
Tell us the name of the show one more time.
LT3, the letter L is in Larry, T is in Tom, and the number 3, Fun Over 40.
And
That's the
you
best.
have y'all have Instagram? and
No,
stuff?
we just have YouTube.
It's YouTube.
I'm too old to be. They make me do all the editing.
Wow.
I'm real bossy. I do everything,
She
so I can't
does.
do that too.
Well, Tina, you better stay with us. We still got love, sex, and relationship coming up. We need everybody's participation. PDO is definitely. Hey, do that after the break. We still on live. But I'm just saying. But
Ronald won't get his ass beat. Alexa, play Knuck If You Buck.
anyway, we got we stay here. We got love, sex, relationship. Pastor, we're gonna talk about when we come back.
All right.
5 questions that you need to ask yourself.
We
before
need some food. This is very. We need food.
Well, you just
It's too late to be
it's too
eating.
late to eat.
Yeah.
I can't
What
eat
type
after
of
7.
message?
I got
African
otherwise I'm gonna
American.
get.
We
I
might
can't eat after 7.
next time.
PDO, you said the 5 things.
We're gonna talk about the 5 questions you need to ask yourself before you commit to somebody.
And Sharice is
I ain't
in the
committing
building,
no more. I'm not
people.
committing no more.
Sharice, the commissioner, is in the building. Give us a call at 202-656-1 bar. Salute.
Salute. Fuck the blocks. Dub niggas attract cops. Can't afford losses like throwing the rocks and chop. It's my profits hustling. I can't stop it. It's like a disease. I fiend in my sleep for more G's. I roll with killers, stick up kids, mainly drug dealers, plotting on the big willas, on bad news gorillas. I analyze my players from old headers who took the reddest to get cheddar. Sip Don P, the ace and better. I'm learning from all the OG eras. Mistake number 1 is thinking niggas get money together. It ain't nothing but a street saga, police drama. Real life cops and robbers. It ain't nothing but a street saga, police drama. Real life cops and robbers. It ain't nothing but a street saga, police drama. Real life cops and robbers. It ain't nothing but a street saga, police drama. Real life cops and robbers. The golden rule. The golden rule. The golden rule. The golden rule. A1 drop a lot of jewels. The golden rule. The golden rule. The golden rule. The golden rule. A1 drop a lot of jewels.
I heard you were looking for me.
Very tired. I can't sleep.
Today's your lucky day. I happen to be a sleep specialist.
So man, listen. Prepare for the rap killer. Keep you locked in, strong, dead calm. Uncomfortable positions, what I'm after. The tillers. I never tire. Tick, talking. As I calculate my mind state through all possibilities, attempts of recreating my stylings and futility. These kids are keeping real with me, but never disrespected. Or I'm showing all these freshmen how I'm easing with the mic checking. As people might step in. My style is no esoteric that they comparing my verses to life lessons in a tight session. Freestyle first and right second. That's my game. Time ain't changed my mind frame. Still hungry like the kid hasn't eaten in 9 days. So you better bring your skills when you stepping on my stage to come rap with me. Count money and stacks with me. Laugh with me, cause the weed we blowing is mad sticky. Phonics lay it down as I'm committing verbal murder on these mainstream acts from a kid that you never heard of. But at least I serve a purpose. Scratching beneath the surface. I speak at the sermon. Pray to rock him when I'm in churches.
So man, listen. Prepare for the trap kill. Keep you locked in. Strong, dead calm. A comfortable position's what I'm after. The illest.
I never tire. Talking is ridiculous.
Yo, welcome back to WLVS Radio. You're tuning into the open bar. Salud. We living healthy and unhealthy up in this place today. Having a good time.
Tummy tucks and all that.
No, we real healthy tonight.
That's a
It's liposuction.
We partying.
Brazilian butt lifts and all that.
They go get a butt lift.
Hey, we talking about leveling up. You know
leveling up.
Yeah, get your life up.
It's okay to stay healthy.
And guess who just joined us? The commissioner just joined us.
Cerise.
She been leveling up too. She
get that regular day.
Yeah. It's a good thing, ain't it?
Oh yeah.
Sex is a good thing.
It's a good thing. Hey, listen, the statistics say you got to have at least 200 orgasms to get the most out of your sexuality. You know,
statistically, you gotta have to show me
200 orgasms a year.
Huh?
200 orgasms a year.
200 orgasms in a year to get the most out of your sexuality. Absolutely.
So you have 165 days not to get an orgasm.
Yeah, exactly. A couple free days to relax.
Well, I done had
refresh
200 already, so
yeah, I had 200 already.
Well, it is April.
It's only the first quarter.
No, it's only first quarter. What you talking about?
I'm talking about myself though.
That's a ton of Parmesan. I'm just saying.
Palmelina's doing well.
So of course, we got our love guru was in the building. The author of the book Love Rework, Love Guru himself.
That's right.
He got his sex jacket today.
Hey, come on, man.
You trying to go get something tonight?
Hey, I'm trying to start something.
So, PDO, what are we going to talk about?
All right, so tonight we're going to talk about the 5 questions that you need to ask yourself before you commit to someone.
Get out.
5 questions.
Because most times when people get into relationships, they're always asking questions about the other person to make their decision. But you should ask yourself some questions
because you're the actually one,
and you're the one that's got to make the decision and then live with it, right?
Right.
Okay.
So you catching the psychology of the whole thing. So I got 5 questions. Take these questions down, put them in your pocket. So when you dating somebody, give yourself 120 days with them, and then ask yourself these questions. And if you don't feel that concise on them, go ahead another 3 months, and then ask yourself these questions again. And these questions, when the answers come back to you, you'll be surprised at how much clarity you have.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
So question number 5.
Question number 5?
We count.
We can't count backwards, right?
Right, count back.
No, number 5 is this. Am I generally attracted to them?
Ooh.
Okay. That should be number 1.
Wow.
Now, because there's a lot of things that are going to factor into that.
And genuinely
meaning that without having to coach myself or tell myself or tell my mind.
I do that all the time.
If you're trying to fix them in your head, see,
like if they fix that right there and that, you know what? You know what?
Tuesday ain't not that bad.
We could be the perfect couple. We could be the perfect.
Yeah, when we're having fun, we're cool. You know what I'm saying? Am I just generally trying? Like when you see them after a couple of days or one day or and when you walk in the room and see them, do you be like, man, I like that. I like what I feel and what I see. I want that. I like that. And if you can keep doing that with somebody, that's being generally attracted. You got to have that. So
I'm gonna let you go through all 5, and I'm gonna really come back to this. Go ahead. Go ahead. Number 4.
Ready? Number 4 is: are they a strong person?
Okay. Now that's also
strong. Now we don't mean physically strong, but we mean mentally and emotionally and socially strong.
Right.
There are some people who when they're your friends, they're just your friends, so you don't judge them, right?
Right.
because your friend may, but if you have a friend, even with your friend who you love, right? If every time they have a challenge in their life, when they talk to you about it, you can tell they're just in shambles over it. They don't know what to do. They can't pull themselves together.
It could be something about going to the store.
They don't have a plan. No, they just,
but you know what?
don't
if I'm your friend, and I have very small group of people who I am in shambles around, but sometimes you need that friend.
But you need that friend to whip your ass in shape.
No, but
too.
not every time. I think it becomes annoying.
Like if the situation merits you being in shambles, your friend be like, "Oh, I get it. I understand why you're in shambles." But some stuff they be like, "Just do X."
Just because you got on purple drawers today don't mean you gotta wear them tomorrow.
Okay, so Tina said everybody's not a strong person. This is very true, right? But you have to.
Are you willing to be strong for them?
But listen, this is what I'm saying. But this is the thing. You have to ask yourself, are they strong? And they may not be strong, right? And that should not be necessarily a strike against them as a person. But what it is saying is that I don't necessarily want to be in a relationship where I have to fight for you and me
every time,
all the time. Like
no, as a woman, I can relate.
My question was,
this is in a relation in an intimate relationship. I can't always carry my stuff and your stuff. I can help you carry your stuff, but you got to be carrying your stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing about it is, as a woman too, like, you know, I can identify that as a woman who's always having to be strong for people and always having to be strong for everyone around me. Like sometimes it would feel good to feel like he can be strong for them.
That's why you need a person who you see that when they have challenges, they're not just telling you that they're having a challenge. They're like, and here's what I'm going to do. X, Y, Z, or they say I'm good. I'm gonna work through it. It'll work out because that means that they're working on it.
If you're telling them you have a challenge, that they're not just telling you to just deal with it.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Or
I mean,
just,
that's the
you're
thing.
gonna be,
so
or you're gonna be all right.
This is a strong person.
But you know what? Yeah, but sometimes, but it's one thing, like you said.
But everybody's going to tell you that. Everybody's going to tell the whole world is going to tell you to just man up. So here's the thing: the whole world's going to tell you to man up. The whole world's going to tell you to just get over it.
Well,
sometimes you need somebody that's going to be like, all right,
and hold
it's
on.
okay.
My person that's supposed to be that person for me tells me that too, then I'm going to listen to the consensus. Then yes, I need to man up.
Okay,
but
sometimes
ladies,
it's
like
okay
PDO
to be
said,
weak.
like PDO said, it's the one thing about sometimes, but when you speak, this is when you have a friendship. Every time there's an issue, you're going to eventually get tired of that person. Like,
okay, so
if you date somebody, every time you see them, they're on their head. They're like, oh, I got
so let's,
a
but let's be clear though about the strength piece, right? There are a lot of people who live fearful lives. They live according to their fears, right? They don't fight back. They really live under those fears, and so when you get close to when you get close to them, you can notice that, you can see that, you know, you can. And sometimes weakness is not in the form of you shying away from challenges. Sometimes weakness is in the form of you being petty or manipulative. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot.
You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Or vindictive in some kind of way. You know. So the idea is that all those different things can make you a weak person. So you got to ask yourself, is that person strong? All right. That's number 4. Number 3, you ready?
Yep.
Are they passionate?
Are they passionate? Wow.
Do they have anything that turns them on?
Wow.
Do they light up for something? Is there something that makes them?
Wow.
That is passion is probably should be number 1. That might have to be.
Yeah. No. Listen. I believe
for some head.
So we're not talking about passion like as far as like sexual passion. We talk about like
a person who can even get angry sometimes about the righteous anger though.
And
you know what I'm
not
saying?
just always angry and always cursing.
No, righteous anger, you know what I'm saying? Like be able to say, nah, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna take advantage of me. Or get passionate about somebody taking advantage of you or your kids or
please defend me.
Yes, exactly.
Pastor, and I'm gonna add on to that.
So now hold on. That passion could be for bravery like that, but passion also, like you said, to see somebody in their element doing what they do and they're about their dream or their vision or their business, they're working it, you know,
and
something that turns them on. Like if you never see them get turned on for anything, they just like life is just regular routine
all the time.
Yeah.
All I have to say
a
to
lot
that
of
point
women are so
is,
boring.
Please defend me.
No, that's true.
We only be boring for y'all.
Please defend me.
We actually know a few people that are just complacent.
And Sharice, you're probably
Majority
the most
of women are.
Sharice, you're probably the most passionate person I know. So I think, and no, you are. I'm like how you are about your community. So I know this work you really
Passion
connect
is
with.
definitely should be number one for me. Passion would have to be number one.
You agree? Don't you think she's really passionate about?
Absolutely, she's a passionate woman. Absolutely.
And she's passionate about what? Some people just be
Hold on, all these women in this room are passionate.
Yeah.
Like every last one of these women here is passionate.
They jump right on it, right?
It's just energy, and so you know somebody who has that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no fire burning in them. It's kind of like, it's not that they're a bad person, but do you want to be connected to that, committed to that?
Do you want that energy in your life?
You got to ask yourself that. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you're a high energy person.
Yes,
if
absolutely.
you're a high energy person,
Passion will be number one for me.
You want somebody that has very low energy that brings you down.
Absolutely.
You need somebody kind of like bring you up or elevate you to a higher power.
And here's the thing with passion. Passion doesn't have to be loud.
No.
It doesn't have to be boastful.
No.
Passion is just, it is this energy.
It's your desire.
That you can, it's transfer. Like
Wow.
the energy is transferable. Absolutely.
You ready for number two?
Number two.
Number two. Do you sense anything boring, crazy, or unhealthy about them?
Boring and yeah. Boring, crazy. Those are. Then it feels like more 8 than 5.
Listen, do they bore? Do they bore you? Do you sense any
like
craziness?
Interesting.
So let me respond to that, right?
2018.
I'll respond to
Sharice
that
want to respond
because my life is so high paced. You know what I mean? That I had to cut social media off. My real life is as fast paced as most people's social media pages.
Right.
All right. So I sometimes turn it off. So sometimes boring for me
is good.
I need a little boring.
But that's good.
So you might not strike. That might not be striking.
But
What about crazy?
What about crazy? Can it be boring and crazy?
Excuse me, crazy keeps it interesting.
Oh, so she wants crazy.
She into some kinky stuff.
But my point is,
but you don't want. But
crazy always brings.
Boring
But you
should
don't
not
want
be
boring
your
then.
consistent behavior.
No, 100%. I would rather you be crazy than boring. Tops down.
You'd rather be them boring than crazy.
Well,
we'll have to come back to that. Go to number one.
Okay,
and we'll come back.
and or unhealthy.
And also,
Unhealthy is no.
So crazy don't mean unhealthy.
It could be.
You to love me to death. I don't want you to can't live without me because I don't want anybody to love me that much.
Till death do us part. And somebody gotta die tomorrow.
But to me, it's kind of hot when you be like, when you get jealous, be like, oh, who that woman? You know what I'm saying? Who that dog?
I don't really want that, but
I don't want that.
I do. I want to know that you want me.
Picture in, bitch, where you going? I'll take that. I'm not gonna take anything past that.
Oh wow, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, there's levels.
Okay.
So there are levels.
But listen. This is the good part.
Don't hit me because I will fight.
Hey yo, so hold on. Here is the good part, right?
What's the good part?
This is when you're in a relationship with a person. This is a question you asking yourself.
Number one.
You're not asking your girlfriend, is he crazy? You saying, is she crazy? Or does she bore me? Or is she unhealthy in some kind of way? You know what I'm saying? And if it's not, if you don't sense boring, crazy, and unhealthy, you might commit to this person.
So it's your own personal.
To themselves. Yeah, they don't.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Majority of people don't ask any of these questions.
They try to. Actually, what we do is we have a complex in our culture where we try to fix people in our minds. We be seeing the flags and we be like,
"Don't save.
That's not that bad.
She don't want to be.
Give her a chance." You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
and
god.
So
these days, people not even asking statuses.
All right, so you ready for number one?
Number one.
Ready for number one?
Let's do it.
Number one.
Sure, I can do all 5. Yeah.
No, the 5. What are they called?
5 questions you should
Five
ask
questions
yourself
you
before
These are
you
the 5
commit.
questions you should ask yourself before you commit to someone.
Start
5
What's
questions
the number
before you
5?
commit.
Number 1 is.
Number 1.
Hold on.
No.
Are we gonna go back through all of them?
No, go to number 1 first.
All of them real quick.
No, and
Go to
then-
number 1 first.
Okay.
Number 1.
All right. So number 5. Number 5 is, are you generally attracted to them?
Are you
Number
generally
5.
attracted?
Number 4 is, are they a strong person?
Are they a strong person? Number 3.
Number 3, are they passionate?
Number 2.
Number 2 is, do you sense anything boring, crazy, or unhealthy? Do I sense that? Ask yourself this. You're asking yourself these questions.
You gotta have
Do I
to
sense
meet
it about
with
the person
yourself.
I'm thinking about committing to?
And number 1.
And number one is, do they trigger the best in you?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Do they make you want to go home and clean up and fix your hair and buy some
Fix me a
cologne,
sandwich.
buy some perfume? Do they make you want to go ahead and make your refrigerator look better? You know, you want to start. Like
They
I would.
make you clean them dishes.
They make you
Do they do
upgrade.
that in Neo?
Turn all the in the pantry. Turn all the labels around so you can see them. Right?
Yeah.
You know what, PDO? That was my favorite. That's my favorite scene in Baby Boy. Everybody saw Baby Boy. Baby
Go
Boy,
and make me a sandwich.
no, but seriously, hold on, everybody. The movie Baby Boy broke all that down. Just like you said, you remember when he inspired her to clean up that house?
Yeah, exactly. See, when somebody make you want to go. Look, whenever somebody make you want to go home and work on yourself, come on, that's like a divine person, right? They make you want to go home and get
But
better.
you know, you can look at this even in friendships. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like,
Goes to friendships.
people inspire
That
you.
should be
And
relationship goal. Those 5 questions is relationship.
But
You
also
think so?
your friends
Yeah,
too.
oh yeah, I think a lot of friends because it was all those 5 questions. They just weren't.
They don't bring them. So these are
you saying
things.
relationship as in more than just
No, she's just saying
like friend to friend and relationship.
Yeah, she's saying
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, everyone.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
everyone.
like it, Doc. I like it, Doc. This is one of the best episodes that you ever had.
PDO, y'all can find him every Tuesday night here at the open bar doing his thing. His book is Love Rework. And you can get it that you can find that on. I'm about to give it to you. That's why I'm about to close out. And you get that. You get his book. You get his book. Sweetie, we still on air. You get that. I'm following him. But you can get that at Pastor the Real.
I am the real Owens.
The I am the real
Owens.com.
You can order that book. I'm
Or
telling you,
on
that
Amazon-
book is
on
phenomenal.
Amazon.
It has a great
Love Rework.
It has a great section on masturbation that you guys really should listen to. Yo, Sharice, tell everybody
chapter in
what
the
some
book, yeah,
events what's going on right now, real quick before we leave.
I think just to transition real quick. My last words with you guys is gonna be to contact the eldest living relative in your family and have a oral history interview with them.
Oh, cool.
Sit down with your oldest living relative.
Oh, okay. I have a conversation.
And have a conversation with them about
Listen,
the oldest living relatives that they can remember. Okay, lineage matters, and we're in a space now where in the last 2 weeks we've lost at least 6 family members and friends that have transitioned. Some elders that are no longer here. And so do a lineage trail, find out about your family's history so you can pass down that information, pass down that history. One of the things that we're fighting for on the Hill is reparations for descendants of American slavery. And we can't do that until we really begin to self-identify and
we ain't gonna never get it.
Listen,
Don't say that. Didn't we just talked about
that's another
mine?
conversation for another day. But HR 40 is currently reintroduced. HR 40 is in the House, currently reintroduced. We're asking people that are local and national.
We forgot who's in the Senate.
Contact their Congress members, and this is in the Congress right now, to support the bill. Okay.
Can you put that in the comments too?
In the comments, HR 40. So that's one thing, and that's all about lineage and identity. Because the thing about it is, we need to stop ending the stigma on the word reparations and ending the stigma against identity.
Wow.
As a state committee woman, we have our monthly Democratic State Committee meeting coming up this Thursday. I'll also share that with you guys. But really, most importantly, is your identity and how do you self-identify. Real quick on the Nipsey Hussle piece, and I think it's the last thing I want to share. Make sure that you are watching who you're surrounding yourself with. Make sure you're watching and paying attention to the people that's calling themselves your man is not also someone that is going to turn on you one day, right? And that's so important to look at, because a lot of people that we see in communities that end up, unfortunately committing these cases of homicide end up being people that we know.
Oh yeah.
And that in itself
That's a hood rule. Yeah.
is painful to watch. But as much as you're investing in the community, invest in yourself. Get financially fit. Make sure your grandmama, auntie, and them all have life insurance, and that we're not passing down more debt than wealth.
Wow. Sharice, we love you, baby. I wish you were here earlier. We run out of time. You guys, Tina, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, my lovely.
Don't forget this Saturday,
real quick,
April
everybody.
6th, we have a day party.
A day party.
At Half Note.
At Half Note. Day
from
party.
11 to 4. 11 to 4.
Everybody, put your drinks in the air. Put your drinks in the air. Salud. Love you. See you next week.